Hello friends, and welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I am your host, Tom Downey. Hope you're having a good Thanksgiving here as we are filming this on Thanksgiving evening here. Let's start with some Cowboys Redskins grades. Offense, they're up first, about an A-. If you want to argue for an A or a B+, as I often do, I can hear some arguments on that one. Overall, a very quality showing for this Cowboys offensive attack. 435 total yards. That third quarter, late third, early fourth quarter explosion was a critical showing there for the Cowboys. Very, very happy with how they performed. Not quite perfect. We'll get into some of the exceptions and some of the areas where things weren't quite as good as they needed to be in this one. But overall, you have to like what you saw from the Cowboys. So let us know. A, B, C, D, or F. What grade do you give the Cowboys offense against the Redskins? It's an A for me. I am very happy. As for defense, it's also an A. Now, they gave maybe a little bit too many yards down the stretch and had a couple of plays that frankly should have been called. I'm not going to lie here. The Cowboys, as rare as it is, kind of got the advantage from the official point of view in this one. But 3 takeaways, 3 interceptions. The Cowboys' Achilles heels this year on defense had been A, third downs. They were 4 of 11 in this one. Takeaways, 3 of them. That's the big thing there for the defense. So very happy with that defensive showing. Not quite perfect, not their best showing this year, but a very, very strong one. All right, next up is the special teams, and it was good. Brett Maher did not miss any field goals or extra points. That's a good sign there for the Cowboys, but I'll give it a B. The return game doesn't have any real oomph right now. They don't have anything going on kick returns. Punt returns has been the fair catch game with Cole Beasley, which I am okay with in most scenarios. And they allowed one notable punt return that led to a touchdown for Trey Quinn. Overall, it's good. B is good, by the way, folks. That is above average. That is a good grade. A is great, fantastic, elite. B is good. A C is a little bit more of the average side of things. D is bad. F is, well, you don't want to get an F. All right, some more post-game grades here. How about Dak Prescott and and his passing attack and ground game too? I'll give him a B+. Dak remains not quite perfect, but Dak does remain very, very good in this one. I was very happy with how Dak Prescott played, and you guys should be too. Yes, he missed Michael Gallup down the field for a surefire touchdown. Yeah, he missed Noah Brown under pressure, but that offensive line, as we'll get to, did not do him any favors in this one, and yes, Amari Cooper was a big factor in his showing. But I think you and I will take that every single week from Dak Prescott. What we saw this week against the Redskins from Prescott, that is a quarterback you can win a Super Bowl with. Now, do you agree with me overall? Let me know. Type D if you do think the Cowboys can win a Super Bowl with Dak. Type N for no. I'm sure many of you will type no, but if you get that out of Dak each week and the Cowboys did what they did the past 3 weeks overall, yeah, you can. I don't know if it's all that likely, but you definitely can, even though it's still probably going to be a lesser chance for the Cowboys overall. All right, folks, if you think the Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs, go bet on it. Chatsports.com/bet. That's BetDSI. They've got all kinds of NFC East odds and Super Bowl odds up there on the site. Use promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $100, they'll give you $120. Put down $50, they're going to hook you up with $60. Put down 500 bones, they'll give you an extra $600 to bet with on BetDSI. That's chatsports.com/bet and use promo code Cowboys120 to get that extra deposit bonus. All right, how about Zeke Elliott? He has been really good as of late. He gets an A grade from me. It was not his best game, but it was still a very good showing from Zeke Elliott. I thought he ran the ball very well. No fumbles, mistakes in this one. Very, very pleased with the showing we got out of Elliott. 26 for 121, plus 22 receiving yards. 1 total TD. One more quick note. Linehan, give Zeke the ball inside the 5. It is not that difficult. All right, your player of the game on offense, it's a no-brainer. Amari Cooper, all of the A's for Cooper. That was the best receiver showing we've seen in Dallas in quite some time. 8 catches, 180 yards, 2 scores, the long of 90, had over 100 yards after the catch. The first time a Cowboys player has done that since Miles Austin. Go back to that Chiefs game. Do you guys remember that game? That breakout game for Miles Austin? That was last time it's happened. So, how y'all feeling about that Cooper trade now? Type 1 if you love it, type 2 if you're still not so sure because it was a first-round pick. I told you guys, the Raiders did not use Amari Cooper right. He gets an easy A++++ grade for me. That was a fantastic showing by the #1 wide receiver in Amari Cooper. All right, 3 more grades I want to hand out here. How about the offensive line? I was very underwhelmed. And look, you didn't have Tyron Smith. You didn't have Connor Williams, even though Suafield has been very good in his absence. And you didn't have Travis Frederick. So your entire left side of your line is your backups. And early on, especially in that first half, that left side of the line was not very good. They struggled. They got pushed back a lot. Now, they got better in the second half. They got bailed out some by Amari Cooper and even some great plays by Dak Prescott, like that touchdown scramble he had where he made everyone miss and took it in the end zone for the score. But I give them a C-. They got beat up quite a bit there. That's a big red flag for me. I think Tyron will be able to play next week against the Washington Redskins, or against the Saints, after Jerry Jones this week that he thinks Tyron will be able to play, and then said today after the game, oh yeah, we knew he was never going to play. Jerry tricked me on that one. But overall, C- for the offensive line. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to end up being after the first couple drives, but still not a very good showing by that O-line. All right, Scott Linehan. Look, the Cowboys put up 30 points. That's always a good sign. He only gets a C. And you know why? Because it's the same old stuff with Linehan still. Now, I'll preface it. I'm very happy with how the Cowboys played today. But here's the thing with the offense with Linehan. You get the ball inside the 5, and you don't let Zeke touch it. Why? Why do you continue to do that every single game, Linehan? It's not that difficult. You should have 2 plays, really maybe 2.5. Number 1, give it to Zeke. Number 2, give it to Cooper. Number 3, give it to Cole or let Dak keep it. Those are your play calls. Don't get all creative and run rub routes for Noah Brown. Like that's overcomplicating things. Give the ball to Zeke inside the red zone, and you'll be above a C for me. And finally, Jason Garrett. I'll give him a B. You can argue for an A if you guys want. I'm not going to argue too much there. Pretty happy with how Jason Garrett played. I think there were some mistakes. I did like going forward on 4th down later on in the game. There was maybe a challenge flag he could have thrown, but overall, good showing by Garrett. Good showing by the Cowboys. They now take over first place in the NFC East. They are technically tied with the Redskins, but they hold the tiebreaker based on division wins overall right now. So the Cowboys, they are your NFC East favorites right now. So will they win? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I thought they were dead to rights after they got beaten up by the Titans at home on Monday Night Football. They've proved me wrong since then. They have won 3 straight. I am typing in Y for yes. All right, folks, we will be back on Sunday for our next Cowboys Report.